Hello Gemini, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Lori. This is your weekly reading for September 6th through September 12th. And before I begin, I do want to apologize because I totally missed Gemini for the Rapid Fire Friday tarot reading and the last week's reading. So I do apologize. I don't know how that happened. But I realized last night that you folks weren't on the list. So anyhow, thank you for being here. Doing something a little bit different. I pre-pulled the cards just so that I could get a little more information for you, as opposed to doing them while you're watching me. It just helps to get a little bit more information. And I feel sense that I forgot you. You are entitled to a little bit more information. Okay, so let's get started. The first card, let me just give you the cards. The first 7 that I pulled, I did pull some clarifying cards. So the first card, your overall energy is the Sun. You have the 9 of Swords, the 5 of Cups, the 9 of Pentacles, the Temperance, the 10 of Rods, and the 7 of Swords. And I'll tell you what the clarifying cards are when I get to those. Okay, so with the overall energy being the Sun, you have decided that you are just going to put that happiness and joy back into your life. You know, you're lighting that spark again, you know, and it's, you know, you're just coming to that realization that I've been in a place that I have been in my life for quite some time, and it is time for me to do something different, and that you are. Now, the 9 of Swords, the 5 of Cups, and let's go to the next card, the 9 of Pentacles. So with the 9 of Swords and the 5 of Cups, those two cards together, this happiness that you are so longing for is actually bringing up a lot of stuff from the past, or a lot of things that could be happening in your present reality, okay? And that is bringing you some sadness. So do your best to not get caught up in that. And also, this is a perfect time to do that inner healing work. So whenever we have things come up of the nature of anything from the past or any situation that is going on in the present for us, and this kind of goes for everybody, it is very important that we nurture those feelings that are coming up. So whatever sadness, whatever pain, whatever trauma, whatever heartache, you know, don't try to shove it down with happiness. Yes, enjoy the happiness, but don't shove down your feelings. So you need to, it's best if we sit with whatever feeling, whatever emotion that is coming up, and sit with it, process it, heal it in order to let it go. Okay? Because what is coming for you is really amazing, but you don't want to be held back. You don't want to be held back by a lot of unhealed emotional stuff, okay? With the 9 of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles was telling me that there is going to be some sort of divine intervention. Something is going to happen that is going to shift you out of a very old space, you know, with a lot of bottled up emotions and a lot of bottled up past stuff. It is going to shift you into a completely new paradigm, you know, in your life. Now, the key is when that shift happens, the key to this is this doesn't mean that all of our stuff is just going to magically go away and that you're just going to be happily ever after. Okay, that's not what that means. What that means is it is going to be easier for you how to handle and deal with your emotions in the future if you start now. If you have a starting place of nurturing, those long held emotions, and but not only nurturing them, but nurturing yourself and having some compassion for what you went through. Okay, because everything is a teacher. Every life experience, every situation we have ever been through in our past is our greatest teacher. It shows us who we are and who we are not. Okay? And it teaches us how to move from a place of victim to survivor. Okay? So the next card is Temperance. Obviously, you are going to need some patience, but patience with yourself. Patience in the process of moving forward with whatever it is that you're going to do or go. So just everything is one day at a time. Try to stay in the moment the best that you can and have some patience with yourself, because healing, healing from our past or healing from our trauma, healing from whatever we went through, requires patience on our behalf. It is not an overnight kind of a thing. It can be, I do believe in miracles, but for the most part, just try to be patient with yourself through this process of healing. Okay. You have the 10 of Rods and the 7 of Swords. Okay, you're going for it. It might be challenging. It may be hard. It may be difficult. But no matter what, both of those cards, the 10 of Rods and the 7 of Swords, you're just kind of saying, okay, yeah, it's going to be a little bit difficult, but I'm going after it anyhow. Okay, I pulled a couple of clarifying cards. First, for the 9 of Swords, you get the 10 of Cups. Okay, so there is a celebration. There is a celebration of when we dare to go to those places within ourselves, okay? And when we dare to look at the emotional self, the pain, and when we can look at it objectively without punishing ourselves, there is something beautiful on the other side of this. Now, I know in the comfortableness, we don't always recognize, or we're not always aware, because it's so uncomfortable and it's so painful. But you are being asked to look at the brighter side and look, trying to find, finding the gratitude in the lesson through the pain, okay? And so the next two cards, so I pulled a clarifying card from the 5 of Cups. I get the Empress. Okay, kind of same scenario. You have to trust that you are going to pull yourself out of this through divine inspiration, okay? And maybe there's a calling to reconnect to your higher power, to source, to spirit, whatever label you want to put on that. So you are also having some guidance and assistance from beyond, which is the unseen. So my suggestion is to stay open and listen, okay? I clarified the 10 of Rods, and you get the King of Pentacles. So there may be a male figure coming in to help you. Doesn't necessarily need to be a male, but it could also be a female. And this just isn't maybe physical help with whatever you're doing. This may be a person who is there to offer some strong guidance and wisdom and constructive criticism. So again, I'm suggesting that you keep your heart open to the help, and maybe learn how to receive. Okay, this might be a time for you to receive from other people, because other people have as great as wisdom and insights and guidance as you. Okay, and we do need other people to help us at times throughout our journey. Okay. Okay, so for the Seven of Swords, the clarifying card was the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, couple things about this card. Okay, you're going to want to pay attention to the woulda, coulda, shouldas. Okay, the woulda, coulda, shouldas are not going to be insightful on helping you move forward into this shift that you are going through. And second of all, it could have something to do with your financial resources. You may think that you don't have as much money as you think you need in order to do what you want to do or what you're going to do. But again, you know, the central card of the reading is the Nine of Pentacles. And, you know, another message, you know, about the Nine of Pentacles is you're going to have to trust that the universe has your back on this one, okay? Trust yourself that you can do this, and trust the universe that the universe has your back, okay? And I'm going to go a little longer with you folks. And I'm going to pull a few outcome cards. So overall, very, you know, a very sweet reading, you know, but continue to do that inner work in healing those inner wounds, inner emotions. It's a daily, I mean, it's a daily for everyone. So, you know, I mean, we don't always have stuff coming up daily, but when it does, you know, just, you know, if you have to sit down and just sit with the feeling, whatever it is, you know, sit with it in that, you know, in that meditation, in that silence, and it will dissipate. And that's been one of my techniques that I use quite often, and it has been more effective than any tool or ritual that I have used. So it's just sitting with it and going with it. Don't shove it down. Don't push it away. Just sit with it, nurture it, and be with it until it goes away. Okay, outcome for Gemini. Okay, you have the Queen of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Death card. Okay, let's start with the Death card. Death card clearly signifies what I said before. You were going through, this is an end of cycle. You are wanting something different in your life. You are looking to put that joy and happiness back into your life that you deserve. And the Lovers, there could be a potential, you know, somebody coming in, but it could also be with this person who is very insightful, wisdom, and again, it could be male or female, doesn't matter, coming in to guide you, okay? So again, I do a lot of reiterating messages here, but I feel it's important that maybe if we hear it a couple of times, you know, that a lot of this will resonate, you know, for you and be very helpful. So, okay, so be open to receiving. The Queen of Pentacles, okay. I love the Queen of Pentacles. So this is a woman. I mean, it could be a man as well, but the card is a woman. You know, she's very delightful. She's very proud of herself. It's a very trusting, self-confidence, self-worth, self-esteem. Okay. She knows who she is. She knows what she's doing. She knows where she's going. She knows her very well. And she is going to do whatever it takes to achieve whatever it is that she needs to achieve. Okay? And it's a very lucky, very auspicious card, how I see it, with the pentacle. But the pentacle is a very grounded energy. And the hare or the rabbit in the photo is good luck, good fortune. So your overall reading looks very well. Okay, Gemini, my apologies again for totally missing you guys last week and then in the rapid fire, but here's your reading. All right, until we meet again, I will see you in the next reading, and peace.